Hi, and welcome to today's Bold and Beautiful chat. We start out with the same scene that it ended with yesterday, which is Quinn standing outside and her in the sights of the scope. And all of a sudden, the shot is fired and it misses Quinn and hits just inches from where her head would have been if she had been standing over. Just a tiny bit. It hits the house. And Quinn screams and runs inside, and then Ridge runs in from wherever he was and asks Quinn about the gunshot, and she tells him what happened, but not to go outside, but he does anyway. Rick and Zinday are talking about Lizzie and Nicole, and Rick said Nicole seemed out of sorts during the phone call he had with her, and Zinday said there was a reason. Then Maya said Nicole seemed tired. Maya told Nicole that, and Nicole told Maya the news that she couldn't have more children. Quinn told Ridge to be careful. It might be Katie who tried to shoot her. And Katie is looking over at Eric's house with tears in her eyes. Ridge called the police, and they're on their way, and he asked Quinn, did she really think Katie did this? And Quinn said that Katie's the only one that has, that she knows of that might feel they have a reason to do it. Zinday told Rick about what the problem was with Nicole, and that they would try to have a baby, and they would get second, third, and fourth opinions, and he was going to be real positive about it, and hopefully they would have a baby. Nicole acts very hurt and talks short to Maya about having another baby, and Maya says that one day Nicole will have a sweet little precious baby just like she does, and it's nowhere in Nicole's or Maya's mind that Nicole may try and keep Lizzie right now, by the way Maya talks. And Quinn went to Katie's house while they were waiting on the police to come, and she was there when the police got there. Quinn knocks on the door at Katie's, and when Katie opens the door, Quinn barges in and starts just kind of looking around and asks where the gun is. And Katie says that was Charlie's gun and it's still at the office. And when Quinn talks about her trying to shoot Quinn, Katie has no idea what Quinn is talking about and says it wasn't her. The officer, which is always the same officer that comes to any kind of trouble, he's the one that likes to eat, is the best way I can say it. And if there's hot dogs or lemon bars or anything like that, he always likes to have that. And he said he knows Katie, and shooting someone does not sound like what Katie would do. And Rick said Lizzie is a miracle, and Zinday and Nicole will have a miracle baby too. And then Carter comes in and says he needs to talk to Rick, so Zinday goes out. And Carter tells Rick that there's a problem with the adoption paperwork. Nicole says Zinday would feel terrible if the only child Nicole could ever have was given to Rick and Maya, and that family is very important to Zinday, and she just has to have a child for him. Katie keeps denying trying to shoot Quinn, and Quinn sees the telescope and asks if Katie is spying on her, and Katie says yes. Katie says she is not going to go anywhere until Quinn is gone and out of the house. And then Katie tells Quinn to get out of her house and get out of her house now. Carter says there are clerical errors on the adoption paperwork, and Rick, Maya, and Nicole need to re-sign the corrected areas of that paperwork, and does he think there's going to be a problem? And Rick says no, he doesn't think so. And Katie is ranting to herself and kind of walking around and talking to herself about Quinn. And she walks over and looks into the telescope and just stands there and kind of stares with tears in her eyes. The detective asked Quinn why she went over to Katie's house after she got shot at, and Quinn says nobody tries to harm her, which sounds like a terrible reason to go over there. Quinn wants police to go find the gun at Katie's house before Katie has a chance to get rid of it, but the detective says they have to have a warrant to search Katie's house. And Quinn goes outside and peeks around the column looking over at Katie's house, and then it pans out and shows the surroundings of Eric's home. And then when it goes back to Katie peeking around the column, it shows her with the sights of the scope, the circle thing with it set on Quinn, like the person, whoever's holding the gun, might decide to take another shot. So that was today's show. All week I think's been very good, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow and seeing what happens. As always, I appreciate you watching. It means a lot to me. I hope you do enjoy watching, and we'll come back again tomorrow. Bye-bye.